Boop. Hello. There we go.
It's the internet.
Hi
We're
there.
live.
Hi.
Guten Tag.
Alright. Ready?
Son,
So-
I was born ready.
Recap. Chris, what we got?
Oh man. You know, Pete, we did stuff. We met Lord Garrix, and we had big time good stuff with him. And you know, he's gonna get his knights to come help us, and the guards and the knights aren't the same thing. So maybe somewhere in the court's pulling the strings of some of the guards. Not quite sure how many of them we can trust, but you know, he's like a 12-foot tall angel man, so I'm gonna do what he says. Yeah, I was pretty happy with that.
Okay. Nikki.
I don't think that's a service we have in the North. You know I've been keeping an eye on you. You stand before the rightful heir to this world, and you don't kneel. Poncy as fuckboy. Are you telling me aliens built the pyramids? Smells like privilege.
Cool.
Sounds about right.
Buck.
I had the brave decision to go to the Desert Winds. It was a gangster hideout this time, not a family resort. It's like going to Disneyland and the Italian mob is rented out for the day. Except for the Italian mob is actually headed by a giant lizard who's pretending to be a normal man eating grapes. So you get cocky and try to fight him, but then he's not happy that you did that. And so he gives you the backhand from God that shatters every bone in your body, starting with your testicles. His goons then drag you out of Disneyland, throw you into the streets of Florida, where then you cough up ancient dragon magic for the first time, and people run away because you're also a hairy little ape boy.
Oh. So,
I brewed a potion for the whole session. I have no notes.
Yeah, I
Um,
forgot you were also gone, so I'll fill in some of your stuff.
Yeah.
Taylor hung out. Nikki and Chris also went on a little adventures. Chris's adventure was waiting by a door and then hanging out. Nikki's adventure was following her robot dog because somebody fell down a well. It was Bert. He was also under the sewers, and then Nikki went under the sewers, and Bert was like, "Oh no, I've been tortured." And Chance is like, "Don't even worry about it, pal. You're fine." And then they get out, and Dewey's there, and I think Ludwig showed up at some point. But Dewey can't fit in the tunnel, but Ludwig can, so Ludwig goes in the tunnel for Dewey. Then they all get out, and we still have no idea where Tally is. And then we find out where Tally is because she was sent away again by the man in charge, whose name is Galric. There's an S?
Galrix.
There's multiples? Oh my god.
And his name is
Konnichiwa.
Ilatos, if that helps. Oh yeah, and Ilatos is kind of faking his dementia. Kind of.
Aren't we all?
Mm-hmm.
How I'm gonna end every major statement. I am an anime girl, fear me.
that's crazy.
Once
Cool.
I get my Sailor Moon cosplay, y'all will fucking you'll be waiting.
The party finished in the court and headed off to gather some supplies. You were pointed toward the quartermaster for the knights by Garrix, who has also given you a seal, which basically says you're good to work.
Yeah, we can shoot people without being arrested now.
Um,
That's what I plan to do. That's what being a cop is.
Yeah, so where would you like to pick up?
I think.
I think our plan is to go to the armory
Yeah.
Yes.
with haste.
I'm also
Forsooth.
worried about giving Chance like a writ that says you have power now for us to like be, just start pulling up on
You
people's
have
carts.
it because you look the most official.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
That makes one. Start doing stop and searches of people's carts with your gun holstered. Hey there, buddy. What's in this cart? What you doing? Why are you looking so scared? Okay.
Don't flinch.
Don't flinch.
Please, brutality.
I think we're definitely going to try to get the armory to help us.
Yeah.
For
Yeah, see
cheap
what we can
or
get.
free.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got a safety sticker, so.
Can IPs have better clothes that are made of metal or leather?
Please?
So you all head
The whole party walks up.
after you leave the court, going from the moment that you leave the doors, off to your right, you can see the courtyard where the knights train. This is also where Lord Garrix has told you to go. So following that path, the sounds of sparring can be heard as a set of soldiers. They appear to be an orc and a Asima. They appear to be just sparring whilst a couple of the other heavily armored people around watch and cheer and whisper between each other. And then there's like a little, almost like a smith station. But like sort of scattered around, there's a bunch of weapon racks and armor shelves, and there's just weaponry and armor and different sorts of equipment scattered around the area. It's a completely open layout. There's not really any sort of counter. There is what looks like a desk, but the rest of the space is sort of being used for storage. Behind the desk, there's a Yuan-Ti man. He's got sort of bronze skin, completely bald, no hair, no facial hair, and piercing yellow eyes. Standing behind the desk, sort of thumbing through some paperwork and double checking before looking back up at a set of shelves. Going down and writing something on some paper.
Ludwig, make sure you show our seal when we're bargaining. Maybe that'll help us not pay as much.
Okay. Is this the sort of thing?
Or at all, if we're part of the Knights, if we've been sort of conscripted,
True,
then
yeah.
maybe it's just free. Maybe you should just go in and assume that we've got some sort of writ-issued gear.
Have
We've been sent
drafted?
here to get supplies for our impending mission.
Vietnam flashbacks. Doo-doo.
Here I have been trying to dodge the draft this whole time. Okay, guys.
I think that's a great idea, Chance. I think, Ludwig, that's definitely what you lead with.
Okay. I'll
Provide for us once more, Ludwig.
produce the writ like an Olympic runner. Hello. Excuse me. It's like waving it a little bit. In front of the Yuan-Ti. Hello.
The Yuan-Ti sort of looks up, almost startled from the paperwork, and sort of looks at the group up and down. Are you sure you're in the right space?
You got no clue, buddy.
I believe I am. If you are some sort of quartermaster or armory person, then I believe we're in the correct place.
I am the quartermaster.
Perfect. Well, here is our writ from Lord Galrix. We shall be aiding the knights, and we are looking for some equipment.
Contractors.
Yeah.
We have some goods available. Standard issue equipment is available. But as I'm sure you have been told by the Lord himself, the knights purchase their own equipment.
Oh. Okay. I look back to the group to check if that was what was said, because I personally don't remember.
I
You
think
guys didn't
I
ask.
I was gonna say, I don't think we
He
got
said
to
the
that part of the
knights-
conversation.
The knights are separate from the guard. So
Yeah.
if this is guard, state paid, the knights are separate.
What if we just borrowed it and returned it? We could leave a piece of collateral. We just don't want to die doing things, you know?
Yeah, what sort of standard gear is it that we would be able to get?
And what kind of discount, perhaps? Because, you know, we're doing good for other people. It was conscription, less so volunteering.
As contractors, the equipment available as standard issue, it is all extremely basic. It's the sort of equipment you may have seen on the standard guards throughout the city.
That makes perfect sense. Sure. And is it used and new?
It is all new or close. It is all fit for purpose.
Well, looks down at her frilly dress. I think anything than what I have would be great. I don't know about the rest of y'all.
I'm
yeah,
fine.
I mean, I'm wearing jorts and a poncho, so.
I'm
But
specifically.
actually, I think I'm probably better off with nothing.
It's
That
all-
would slow me down.
I mean, yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'm specifically looking to see if they have any like studded leather. Only thing I'm really interested in.
I'm looking for
a
component
breastplate.
parts.
Or hide, please.
Asking
yeah, 'cause
after
You got lifestyle conscriptions, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't technically even wear the breastplate. I really need leather, studded leather, hide. But, you know,
A leather breastplate.
hopefully.
It's just so thick it makes your tits look huge.
That's where all the bullets will get drawn to, because my nipples will call them in.
That's how comic books work, so I assume it's how life works. I don't know the difference.
Ludwig, looking through the shelves, you can see that there is some standard leather armor. There's also some. It looks like it's sort of studded leather armor, but you see, it's very like there's not a lot of them around, but one of the ones that you do see, the actual studs themselves on the leather appear to be inlaid with an orangey sort of crystal, like the amber that you have all seen throughout some of the buildings and the sand and stuff like that.
Okay.
Chance leans into Ludwig. That might be just for show. I don't know that it Lord Galrix made it pretty clear that there needs to be a very special smith who makes these into gear. So I think that may just denote where it comes from.
That makes sense. Excuse me, can I see the one with the amber on it? That seems interesting. Like, Chance, yes. Show me that one.
Of course. The Yuan-Ti walks over, steps onto a little bit of a ladder, reaching off of a shelf, pulling out a set of this studded leather armor with little ingrained bits of amber, showing it to you, laying it down on the table in front of you. This piece is rather rare. It's a bit more expensive than some of the other equipment, but I believe it would serve you well.
How much more expensive?
Sorry, one moment. Cool. This one is worth approximately 100 gold pieces.
Offer him cookies, Ludwig. Cookies pay for everything.
No. Let him cook. Just no. Don't offer him cookies.
And this is the discounted rate.
Okay. So how much does the regular studded cost? If this is so much more?
Regular is at the discounted rate. The regular one would be approximately 40 gold pieces.
Okay. One of those I can afford. Is that a tactic? Can I do that?
Yes, you
So,
can.
You can seduce the snake. Go for it.
Roll for offering sex. Make a sex check.
You're horny,
Roll for euphemism.
do it. Right is steak.
I'm going to spend a little time considering these two options. Cassiopeia, would you like to have a look at some things while I make my deductions? I'm going to
Yeah,
button a shirt.
I really need like I'd prefer natural materials. However, in this point in time, seeing as it's between my life and my morals, I'd rather not die, to be honest. So leather or hide would be great. But I'm just really looking for a breastplate because my dress is too pretty to cover up all the way with some clunky armor. So, just
If
something
you are
for-
looking to survive, then getting only a breastplate seems to be quite a silly idea. But I am happy to provide such armaments.
Yeah, if you got them, that'd be great. Like I
It
said, my
goes
dress
over-
is too fluffy. I don't want to cover it up.
goes over to a shelf and pulls off just a set of leather armor. Brings it here. Here. This is the standard issue leather armor.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe not leather. I was really looking for just a breastplate than full leathers. But I can check somewhere else if we have time.
You said natural materials. All of our
Yeah.
breastplates are metal.
I'm okay compromising my morals to live. I don't really want to die today. Maybe next Thursday, but not today.
I mean, metal's pretty natural. You find it in the ground, right?
That's what I've been saying.
Tell the druids that. I don't fucking know.
Very
Because
well.
you need to refine it, as if you don't need to turn like an animal flesh into leather.
Yuan-Ti walks out towards one of the shelves and pulls off a metal breastplate and places it down in front of you. This is also standard baseline. It will cost approximately 25 gold.
Looks at her pockets. I've got 5 gold and a leaf.
I give you my 15 gold.
Thanks, SK.
I'm looking at this stuff. It's just not looking great for me.
I've got 20 gold and a leaf.
How much was it you needed?
I need 5 more gold, Ludwig.
Oh, we have 12 gold in the party fund, so I can give you 5 of that. That helps.
Oh,
I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
Yeah.
that would be swell. I mean, unless this kind man is willing to settle for only 20 gold, that would be real appreciated. Considering we're doing a service for the city.
As stated, knights pay for their own equipment.
Yeah.
I am
Well,
already
I'm not
offering
part-
these goods at a discounted rate.
I'm not part of the haggling. I'm just kind of off to the side watching. Can I do an insight check on this guy for how he's feeling about the knights?
Sure.
I rolled really well. I don't get any pluses, so 17. Flat 17.
There is like a layer of respect being given
Okay.
with the fact that you've got a seal that says that you're contracting for the knights.
Okay, so it's not that he's being testy because he's jealous or otherwise
No.
Disdainful. Okay.
No.
Got it.
With your insight plus your perception, like looking at this guy, there's especially towards the desk, there's actually just a like a little almost script or like a sash or something that is indicative of him being a member of the Knights.
Okay. I know this is just for my own not stupidity to come out of my mouth right now. Is there just armor on the walls, or are there like quivers and bows and things like that?
There's weapons, yeah.
I'm just looking for projectiles, vials, bullets, anything that has metal tips on it, and if like slingshot stones aren't really my thing, so if it's something that I can actually like put in a gun, you know, looking for that. If you've got blowgun needles, I'll take those.
Do you have a blowgun?
Well, we do not have a blowgun, but we do have arrows. We don't need one. We've got the standard range.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was talking to
equipment.
Cassiopeia. My apologies.
We've got the standard ranged equipment, some sling bullets, arrows, crossbow bolts, all of that sort of standard stuff.
Sure. How much of if I were just to buy, like, I don't need the quiver or anything, but just the if you've got metal tips on your arrows, I'll take a bunch.
Yes, the arrows come in bundles of 10. we could provide some, obviously at the discounted rate. One bundle for 3 silver is going to do it.
Okay. I'll take a gold's worth if you can break up a bundle, or I can take change, whatever you want. And any vials or empty or full, I'll take full.
Vials, vials we don't really have. We've got some medical supplies, and he goes out the back and picks up some vials and of like some healing potion stuff, but it's all very limited. There's like 2 vials there, as well as some like herbs and bandages and stuff like that.
What would it take to take all of this with the arrows? 1 gold's worth of arrows and
altogether, this would probably be and he like sort of thumbs through some paperwork and is like clearly doing maths. This I can give you for 25 gold.
okay. I take the whole thing. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you. And I hand all of the medical supplies, including the vials, to Cass and stuff everything else in my satchel. All the arrows.
What am I getting?
You are getting bandages, 2 vials of healing potions. Is that what's happening there?
2 healing drafts.
Okay.
It's not an item now.
Nope. Not yet. But yeah, it's just a 1d4 plus 1 healing potion.
And what sounds like a healing kit?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So a healer's kit.
I've got this scrap set of leather armor. Do we want it?
I don't need it.
Can I consign this to you, friend? I don't really need it anymore now that I got this one and knocks on the new breastplate.
Maybe you can leave that part on your legs under the skirt. Does that work?
Nah, it doesn't really fit with the bottom of this breastplate being so long. It's obviously made for taller people.
Oh.
Can't double up, which is too heavy. That's okay. Who knows what we'll need leather for? Maybe we need to frame a dead body. Or maybe Ludwig spills a bottle of wine on his and needs, I don't know.
Heavens.
You know what I think? And she pulls everybody kind of aside away from the quartermaster. 1 sec. If you give that to Ludwig instead of us buying it, I can probably stud it for him.
Ludwig's got leather armor.
I already have leather armor. You want to put studs on my armor?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you give me a couple of days.
Okay.
I've got all these arrows. I could very easily make at least the front part studded for now. Unless just don't get shot in the back.
I'll try.
He's gonna run and get shot in the back.
I'm gonna get more Boromir, but in the back. It's an ambush! Flee! Ah! Okay.
So sorry, the healing draft is 1d4 plus 1.
Yep. It's half of the healing potion.
I know, I just want to make sure I put it in my inventory right.
Cool. Well, then, if that's the case, I have no further need of anything. So, yeah, unless anyone else needs anything from this fine quartermaster, I'll leave.
Nah. Can't do nothing for me.
Yeah, I think we're good to go. Do a little look.
I mean, unless you got a better stick.
By stick, I assume you are referring to your quarter staff.
Yeah, so unless you got a better one than just like a good stick.
Once again, like sort of thinks for a bit, looks through some paperwork. One moment. Moves out the back, and pulls out a quarterstaff. But this one, similar with the studded leather that Ludwig had been shown, is sort of ingrained with this amber, with this orangey sort of mineral that's running down it in streaks.
I gotta be honest. I don't have a great understanding of it, but isn't that amber just decoration?
Amber has multiple uses and capabilities. They just require the right mind to make use of them.
So what would this do for me?
Well, it has during the forging process of this piece of equipment, the amber itself is melted and molded along with the metal itself, providing a more reinforcement behind the weapons.
And what would that cost me?
At a discounted rate, I can offer it for 50 gold pieces.
And if I were to trade in my old staff?
And this set of leathers.
May I inspect the stuff?
Of course, yeah. I got it from a tree. Made it myself.
Sort of like looks the staff up and down. Very primitive, but it will
Thank you.
certainly have some use. I can lower the cost of your of this new staff by 10 gold for it.
What I'm okay with whatever we have left in the party pile going to SK.
Nah, I think I'll be fine. I appreciate it. I don't actually need it. Plus,
No, you risk your
you know what?
behind.
You know what?
for us.
No, you know what? This is sentimental value too. I don't know what I was thinking. We're good. Thanks, champ. And I slap him on the portion of his body that would be a thigh. I don't know. Some you want, he got like the big snake leg, and then some got like the individuals. I just smack him. Just thanks, pal. I'm good. And then I walk away. I'm like, holy shit. Who knew money was needed for things?
Well,
I
Trying
grew
to
up.
tell you.
this
I
is
grew up in
why
Old Grove, man.
this is
I got
why we were
painted
trying to get
walnuts.
more money from Baron in the Old Grove.
I think we should just offer cookies next time.
Go ahead and offer cookies.
Well, it's a little late now. We're not negotiating anymore.
No, I just feel like this is a safe place for you to test that theory.
I
He
mean,
doesn't look like he likes cookies. He probably eats not cookies.
that
He
feels
works at a
racist.
place where they fight each other for a living. They probably eat air and grapes.
So then,
Air?
Well,
Fine.
yeah, they have to be fit, so they probably just go and
You
pretend
mean
it's
they
food.
breathe? You mean they breathe?
No, that's different. That's not.
Then, by your own hypothesis, Cassiopeia, money is worth more than cookies because everyone loves money, but it seems not everyone loves cookies. So,
I
Only
don't
the
love. I
boring
don't love
people in
money.
life don't want cookies,
and unfortunately, sometimes those people are the ones who are selling us things.
and that's what I'm saying. We have to find the right. We're not talking to the right sellers.
All right.
That reminds me. I need to buy some. We should probably leave.
We leave.
All right.
We ride.
So where?
That again.
I forgot about that. Ugh. In theory, Wombat, how long would it take Chance to add some studs to my armor to make it studded leather armor?
Probably not that. Yeah, studs.
I already have
Shape.
triangles.
Yeah.
They're already cut to shape.
Kind of.
Just gotta poke them through the bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
Pop, 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 like putting in
It
a
won't
button
look
bank.
pretty. She's not making anything pretty.
Hmm.
But she can make it functional.
Yeah, I'd say, maybe, depending on roles, somewhere between 5-10 hours of solid work would get it done.
Okay. Cool. I'm buzzed.
Why don't we see if there's a smith around here who is not in here? And maybe they think that we've got a little bit more money than we actually do because we're in the government building. Maybe if we just go out on the streets, find a smith, he'll let me use his anvil for a little bit. Maybe I can rent some time. It'll take me a little bit less time.
Sure.
Do we want to do that, or are we doing that today, or do we have to go do this thing? I know what we all wanted to
That's
make
up to
peace with
Ledwig,
it.
really.
I know Ludwig seems very passionate about getting this done sooner rather than later. A few minutes ago.
Yes?
A week ago.
Yes. Slept since then.
We wanted to go see what building was above the sewer.
Yes. It was time for some reconnoitering.
Recca, who now?
Yep, that's a word.
Let's go check it out.
I feel like it should be a word. That sounded good.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to go check it out in the middle of daylight.
We could
That's
just be
my thing.
passerbys on the street, though, just to figure out what building's above it.
It's in the sewer, my dear. We'd have
But
to
didn't we say
climb
there's a
into the
building
sewer.
above it? But we want
Yes,
to find
but
out
we
what
don't know
building.
which one it is.
Well, yeah, but if you know where you was when you went in the sewer, we can just walk
So
above
where I
ground.
was underground.
Yeah, but we know where you went down.
Wait, where'd you get
You
in?
know roughly which direction you went.
You walked.
Chance might. I had no fucking clue. It was dark as shit. I just like touched the walls and hope I didn't fall into shit. Yeah, I'll leave this up to you.
I'm a measure twice, cut once kind of goblin, so I prefer to go in from where we know, instead of trying to work it out above ground.
I'm just thinking we should see how big it is and what we're getting ourselves into.
I agree.
If it's an official building out front, so we think there's going to be guards and stuff in it.
I 100% agree. I don't think that we should do it from above ground. I think we got to go from where we know. And maybe if I take you down there, if there's nobody down there, then you can figure it out above ground. But again, measure twice, cut once. I've been down there a couple of times, and both times it was pretty helter-skelter with the attention I was paying to exactly where I was walking. We were hefting a bleeding out Bert at the time.
I don't know. I think I agree with Cass on this one. I think knowing what's up would help with Because
I
if we go
want to
back down,
know.
yeah, but if we
I
go
want
back
to
down
know
there,
where
we're
the
going to be in
building
a
is
fight.
before we storm it. You are absolutely right. I just need to get more measurements about where this building is. I'm agreeing that we need to scout it out before we go.
Cassiopeia, what's your connection like with Graham Cracker?
He's my best friend, and he likes to eat graham crackers.
If you were below ground, would he be able to tell where you were above ground and follow the same line you were taking?
I mean, probably I can see through his peepers. So
I'm wondering if we wanted to figure this out, we could send you down with Chance, because she knows where she was going. You're both quite small. Well, if you turn into a spider, maybe. And then you could follow Chance's route while Graham Cracker follows it above, and then maybe me and Son follow Graham Cracker, and we can sort of
I love that idea.
get a rough idea of where the building is. Not going too close, Chance, obviously. I don't want you to go in there by yourself. But if we can figure out the
No.
rough area, I think that's probably step one.
But if
Yeah,
Graham
but-
Cracker, like sits down in front of a doorway, we know which one it is, which building it is.
Yeah.
And but also, like, what if this happens and you guys get jumped while you're down there, and me, Ludwig, and Graham Cracker are up here?
Hmm.
Well, if we stop moving, you know where we are.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, listen, we aren't like warriors. Like, it's not who we are. We're doing our best. But, like, if two of us get ambushed and get downed, the other two have no chance at saving them, in my humble opinion, especially if it's the healer.
I defer.
If anything seems off, just immediately run back the way you came, and we'll be able to see that Graham Cracker's going that way, so we'll come meet you. I mean, from what I've seen,
We can put Dewey and Bert on watch at the entrance.
yes.
I mean, at the end of the day, I've made my fair share of bad decisions, so I'll follow your guys' lead.
I think if we just take it carefully, make sure we keep the ones going in minimal and make them small so they don't even notice people are coming in. If you see anything wrong, just turn back immediately. Don't risk it. But if it's quiet,
Then
like
maybe
it
it should be you and Pia up here, and then me, Chance, and Graham Cracker down below.
But
yeah,
then you guys have no healing if something goes wrong down there.
yeah.
Yeah, no, we do. Of course we do. Graham Cracker healed me. He's got magic.
Oh yeah,
Well, then
graham
in that case, if me and Cassiopeia go, then you still got Graham Cracker, and I've got Cassiopeia.
Yeah, I'm not worried about... I'm saying, though, I feel like you'd need more combat
Tell you what,
ability
you
down
tell
there.
me where to aim my gun, and I will. How's that?
I mean, maybe don't aim any
I
guns
was
yet.
gonna say, perfect. Don't aim it, please.
It was metaphorical.
Okay.
Is there could we go to somewhere and just get like a map of the sewers?
That's...
I can ask
Yes.
the librarian. He seemed pretty stabbed the last time I saw him.
I mean, maybe not a library, like a town city archive, or maybe the Lord has it.
Where's the sanitation
The
department?
Lord sent us to the library.
Yeah, that you
We
did.
asked this already.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I wasn't there.
I think either way, I like this plan. But I think either way, Chance has to be the one to go into the sewer because she went the last time. And I should definitely be above ground because I can't see in the dark. Then I will need to bring large
Actually-
illumination with me, which will make me stand out.
That's a portion I didn't consider. I personally don't think I have the best vision under there, maybe, after all. Pia, what's your eyes like?
I prefer seeing in the dark. Being up here, this hurts.
Yeah?
I would rather be in the dark all the time.
Okay.
So how about nip by the library, see if he has a map of the sewers. If not, proceed with the plan. And I think doing it during the day is probably the better idea, because I have a feeling that illicit activity in the sewers at night time will be much higher than during the day. I'm just taking a stab at
When
a
did I
guess.
go? When did I go get Bert? Was it during the day or at night?
Yeah, it was probably around midday-ish.
But
Okay.
I mean, if it's a bad guy's hideout, I don't think it matters what time of day it is if there's going to be illicit activity.
Good point.
They're just going to be doing bad guy things the whole time.
But if you see any bad guy things, anything seems off, just take off. We'll come meet you.
Right, Cass, I'll go show you where the sewer is. Come on.
Yeah. I know I got plastic baggies for my booties, and she just follows behind.
What's that?
Protection for my toes.
I
It's my
recommend
butt.
shoes.
I got those, but I don't want to get them dirty.
Ah.
Sewer.
Cool. So you guys are heading straight for the sewers?
Yep.
I'm keeping an eye out for the beggar. I want to know if he's watching us.
Roll perception.
Doof. 12.
You can't see him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. You don't notice anyone standing out of the ordinary.
There
Cool.
is one small caveat I feel like I should mention for chance.
What's up?
When we're down there, if I'm talking to Cracker, I can't hear or see you.
That's all right. I'll lead you. It'll be fine.
All right, as long as you're okay with that.
What if you wild shape into something small and chance, like, just holds you and carries you?
Do that if that's easier for you.
It would probably make less noise, honestly.
All right, yeah, I can definitely do that.
I'm just going to avert my eyes real quick.
Why?
Because it's horrific.
No
Why?
reason.
Because it's horrific.
All right.
I'm not looking. You're ready. I'm ready when you are. Go. Is it
I'm
over?
just gonna-
I haven't heard the
All of
bones
us are
crunch.
like-
Just do
I'm
it!
just gonna dip into an alleyway and just crunch down.
I throw my poncho. I throw my poncho over her quick as soon as she starts to crunch. I don't want to see it.
Into a little spider and start sprouting legs, and I'm a little teal spider.
Pia engages in a Sailor Moon style magical girl transformation. What we hear: bone snapping, flesh mutilating. There's a small puddle of blood where her body used to be, and a spider just hanging out in the middle.
And I just start climbing up this way. And then I get to her shoulder and I climb it this way.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so the party heads.
Do I have a
towards the
piece of
sewers.
string in my bag? Can we say that I just have a piece of string?
Yeah,
I
probably.
have ribbon in mine.
Can I use your ribbon before you crunch into a spider?
Sure.
I check for the direction of the sun, and then we jump into the sewer with the spider.
Just a
When
reminder,
I think that nobody's not looking at me.
for Chance and for Cass, you have 5 extra maximum
Yeah.
hit points. Just in case there is an ambush.
I still have those, yes.
Good luck.
I'm here.
So you go back to that original point where you went down into the sewers, over by one of the pyramids. You and Cass climb down. Ludwig and Sunkai, what are you two doing?
Well, I got graham cracker,
Yeah.
and I just got him in front of me, and I put like a little ribbon on him so he can have a leash, just so people don't stomp on a random armadillo. In this way, if somebody kicks him, I have a good excuse to murder them with my bare hands.
Okay.
And then I'm following the armadillo.
Yeah, as chance descends, I just give her a thumbs up and give her guidance. Won't last very long, but if anything happens in the first minute, guidance. And yeah, following the armadillo, following the monkey, being led by the armadillo on the ribbon, while escorting a metal giant behind me. I guess.
Metal giants with Bert.
Course.
We keep calling him a metal giant. How big is Dewey again? How tall is he?
I forget what I said.
7 feet
I
tall?
believe he's around 7-8 feet tall. Yeah, and he's
Okay.
built like a refrigerator.
Sick.
Cool.
Yeah, because he's
Um,
medium, so he's just looks large.
Lord.
Yep. Cool. Yeah, so Chance, you drop down to the sewers. Sweet. What's the plan?
The plan is to lay out the ribbon the way that I know that it's going to go, make a knot whenever the thing turns, and then keep on rolling it out. So that way I can say, like, okay, when I got in, I know that I was going northwest. So if I'm going northwest, then if I turn this way, then it's going west for this long. Just the idea is to get to the trapdoor, so that way if they get stopped because there's too many buildings up above to really get an accurate shot, that she's got this measurement system to try and be more accurate about exactly which door it's going to be.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. All right. Yeah. So almost immediately after, so Cass was basically instructing old mate to where to go while they were down there. Almost immediately, it's just straight into a wall up on the surface.
I yell that at Grabcracker, not really understanding how this works. I'm just like, huh? Actually, this is perfect. This is what Pia sees.
Grabcracker! Hey, buddy, it's a fucking wall. Hello? Is this thing on? Grabcracker! Is this two-way?
I think I got the message through.
I didn't think about walls.
And I put Graham down, and he's probably just like,
I did think about walls. I got you.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna fucking try.
Gonna burrow under the wall.
We take the long way around to get past the wall to get back to the place we're at, and then it's like turned left back through the wall. We're like, ah, fuck! Just that.
Graham Cracker, what is this shit? I trust this guy with my life, and he's failing me. He's walking into walls.
Underneath the ground in the sewers. Chance, I'll get you to roll me investigation. Investigation with advantage.
With guidance?
Yeah.
That could have been really bad. 13?
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah. Rolled a nat 1 and a 7.
Cool. Going through the sewers. This place is like still very dark. And like you said, you were in such a rush, and there was a lot that had been happening and going on by the time that you were on your way out. So you didn't really get the opportunity to like make a mental map of the roads that you took. You just remember that there was a lot of winding. Following the path, you going like around through this area, like the sewers. You're only just now realizing how big they actually are. Like there is multiple points where it is like a crossing junction, where you've got multiple directions in multiple areas. You even find like you make a note that you have actually doubled over yourself a couple of times, and you go back to look at the walls to find the carvings that you followed before, and you can't seem to find any.
Yes, I think they're gone.
Muted.
I begin the careful descent down Chance's body, and I'm going to wild shape. I'm gonna just like start stretching out and like standing up.
God,
so shake myself
fuck.
off.
You gotta warn me.
So gross.
Sorry. I have like one effort to help with this. And the key
If it's light, don't do it.
No. If you can describe to me really, really well what this door looked like, I might be able to find it.
It's not the door so much as the symbols that were on the door.
Okay,
leading to the door.
If you could describe the symbols, I mean, whichever one was closest to the door.
Yeah, and she describes it as best as she can remember.
Roll me a history check.
Okay. And do that.
You saw a lot of symbols.
15.
Okay. Digging through your mind, looking for sort of the right symbol that you can think of. You remember one. It almost looked like kind of like just like a really, really basic design of a crown. A crown which underneath was almost like laying on like a sort of tangled mess. And you describe it as best you can to Cass. Okay. What are you doing?
If I believe that this is like this is the best Chance can give me, I'm going to pluck a star out of the halo and just like give it a little kiss while I reach into my pocket and pull out a twig. And I put the star in between the Y's of the twig and sling it like a slingshot. And I'm going to cast locate object on the symbol.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you get an idea of where to go. A feeling just sort of as the star leaves your fingertips briefly before coming back to you and reassuming its place in your crown, you can you just sort of get filled with a general feeling of where to go.
Pretty confident that I know where to go.
Thanks. That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go back to the beginning and start again.
Yeah, let's go back and then we'll follow it and untangle the thing. And
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Meanwhile,
Where the
on
fuck
the
is
surface,
this gopher going?
Yeah, so you guys have been followed around. You've like gone around one building multiple times, and then you go back around it and all the way back to the opening of the sewer.
in case
Graham Crackler at this point is visibly annoyed and has become a ball and is just circling around. Graham
anyone
Cracker's pissed.
is seen as constantly walk around the same time. It's like, no, I told you it was up here. We're looking for the right shot. No, not that one. This one. And just try to
Buddy,
like,
no.
blend it in a little bit.
He's doing that, and I'm yelling at a fucking armadillo.
Can I get perception checks from Ludwig and
5.
You perceive that we're lost.
I'm fucking lost.
16.
yeah, you guys don't yeah, like it doesn't seem like people are paying attention to you.
Okay.
I already know that's not true. Somebody's watching me.
Always feel like cool. Sweet. So back below ground, you guys are below the opening of the sewer. And yeah, you've got a feeling that it is that direction.
I start laying out the now wet ribbon again.
All right. And we go this way and this way. And we're going to go this way now.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Uh-huh. Watch this puddle.
The whole thing's a puddle. It's a sewer.
I know, but that one looks awful. And she like points to it. Don't step there.
I think this raccoon's broken, Ludwig.
Raccoon.
Just thank yourself lucky that we're not the ones in the disgusting poo-filled sewer. I'm pretty happy
Never
with this
trust a
arrangement.
raccoon to do a different animal's job.
To do a monkey's job.
Yeah.
You got it right there.
We should have had a wombat. Would have
fact.
been more.
If
I guarantee you, Ludwig, a wombat would know exactly where we're going.
if you remember those horrific books from the 90s, the Animorphs, if you stood Lud, Sunkai, and Graham Cracker in a line, it's like I'm transforming into...
Okay, the Animorphs were my entire childhood. If you shit on Animorphs one more time, I'm going to have to come over there and
Oh my
strike you.
god, Cass is an animorph.
Exactly! Oh dear.
We all start squinging at that middle phase.
So after taking the time to go back from where you were back to the start and then continuing forward, eventually this feeling of begins to disappear. You've still got the general idea, but there's no longer any certainty about where it is. Locate
So sorry.
object has a concentration time of 10 minutes.
So we got no help out of that. Great.
Well, we have an idea of where to go, right? At least we can do that.
Yeah, I
and I
guess.
try again to find. Did we find a symbol, or we were too far to find one?
You do get to a point where there is a symbol, but it's not any one that you recognize.
I just get super defeated when my stars let me down like this.
Okay, well, it didn't, because here we are. This is one of them. I don't recognize this one, but it's got to lead to the same building, right? Maybe not the same trapdoor, but it's got to lead to somewhere, right? So I'm gonna try it again. We can do this. We can do this.
Yeah, of course. Just keep walking in the sewers, I guess.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is the rest of the session. Enjoy, everyone.
Yep.
Um,
Tried to speed it up, but I failed y'all. Sorry.
going through the sewers. Once again, it's just more of the same shit, literally. Just following these symbols as best you can. And eventually, you pass one that looks like the crown up top the entangled mess.
Oh, I know this one. This is it. This is it.
Yeah.
This one.
All right. Looking quietly around for a trapdoor, I guess.
Ludwig and Sunkai, you two are standing just outside of the walls to the inner city.
Like in the sense that like we walked up to them, or we left them, or we're leaving them.
You are so the pyramids are outside of there. You have wandered up
Okay.
and down the streets and have currently ended outside the walls to the inner city, but only briefly before once again old mate starts moving. And following this pattern of symbols, you notice that, you begin to look at these more and notice that each of these symbols that you're seeing now are beginning to look more and more similar to the one that you described.
Do I get the feeling now that I've seen a bunch of them that they're indicating a direction?
It is like their pathways, yeah.
Like the symbols themselves give a direction, like this way.
More so that it's like it's like someone painting like
a trail marker.
Yeah.
On a hike?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not saying like north or something like that, but it's more like this is a path.
Chance speeds up because she's super stoked.
All right.
I get it. I got it.
Don't be too loud, though.
Okay. Shh.
Tiptoe.
There are the tulips.
Without her metal man, she's actually pretty quiet on her own. She's not jingling.
Until she gets excited.
It's the talking.
Going through these sewers more. Eventually, you come across look like steel or iron rungs that have been just bolted into the sandstone walls.
All right. Did you get where we went? You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right. I did my best to do it in the ribbon. So let's follow it back and see if we can hook up with the boys and find out what they found out.
As we go, I will cast Druidcraft along the way and just put small little mushrooms every 10 or so feet. Just one or two, really, really small, just so we can see them.
And Chance is taking notes in her notebook to try and draw her own little map. She's not a cartographer, though, so who knows?
Ludwig and Sunkai. The two of you following the little creature.
He's got a name. Y'all just gotta love him.
You guys going through the inner city's walls, following up, you see that this leads Where Old Mate stops is outside of some sort of manor or villa almost. It just looks like a large, very grand house. It's out up near the gardens.
This one?
Yeah. Yeah, it stops outside of it, quite a distance away, but it is like that's the most prominent structure in the area.
Okay. Because our hotel isn't too far from here, right? It's down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So sort of get the sense, following Cracker in and out, all around, that just stops and like, I don't know. Does he indicate like a sniffer dog?
He
Where
points
they...
like a setter.
Becomes like a ball and just spins around.
Okay. Turn to
I
Sun.
think this is a defective little creature.
I think this could be the place.
I mean, I guess.
The Ebonfang's cronies hiding in plain sight in the upper city. They'd have somewhere nice and cush, you think?
And
Well,
it's near
they
the
were
desert
already
wind.
all stocked up in the desert winds, so I mean,
Which isn't too far away from here.
I suppose it wouldn't shock me.
Okay. Well, let's head back to the sewer entrance and meet with them, see what they say. Make sure everything's gone okay.
Alright. And then we head back to the sewers.
Bow, bow.
You end up back at the sewer entrance, both groups.
You guys literally stink.
I'm sorry.
I'm not. Did you see
ya-
where it goes?
Yeah, I went to this big fancy house.
Not too far from
Okay,
the desert
great.
winds.
Let's go scout it out. Come on, let's go.
Firstly, prestidigitate that smell away because we are in the upper city and
Thank
we do
you.
not want to be smelling of poop.
I appreciate
Yeah, whatever.
that.
Sure. Yeah. All right, let's go.
Yeah, lead him back. Oh, we did a lot
He's
of walking
rolling
today.
up
he steps
the thing as they go to try and make sure that they're accurate.
Oh,
Just trying to line it
thank
up with where they're walking. I know that they can't walk exactly as the crow flies, but trying to get an idea.
Um,
Then do we just end back up at the manor?
yeah. The path that Chance indicates is a lot more windy than the pathway to this place. The sewers
That makes
themselves are
sense.
very, very snake-like, and the path you can assume is designed to make people lose track of where they are. But other than that, the actual path from the sewer entrance, which is down by the pyramid in the corner, is almost a straight walk through a set of gates, and you are back standing just outside of this large manor.
I want to go up and just knock on the door and see if any of the people matching Bert's description are there.
Parajeets,
What?
we could deliver. I mean, you need a reason to just knock on somebody's door.
I'd rather we didn't show ourselves. I think if we can maintain an element of surprise, we could send someone
Yeah,
else.
I agree.
We could like
Oh,
I don't know. We could.
Have Graham Cracker go knock on the door. We hide behind some bushes, and then we just get.
you want to ding dong ditch these people?
Yeah, 100% I do.
I don't know about putting them unawares. What if we went back to the hotel and spoke to the guy who works there? Maybe we could send them I don't know, some food from the hotel that's gone to the wrong place. See if you can get an eye in. Just
You want to put somebody else at risk?
Yeah, the people that help us wind up with their shit kicked.
I mean, sending Graham Cracker and us hiding in a bush isn't the worst case.
I am not hiding in the bush. They already know we're here. They already know we're here. What's the difference? They're probably watching us right now. They'll watch us go hide in a bush. That's embarrassing.
Well, if they already know we're here, then let's not tip our hand that we know where they're at. Maybe we just storm the building in full force with the knights tomorrow.
I thought we were not bringing the knights. I thought we were going just us because it would be more dangerous if we brought more people.
Also, they already know we know where it is if they've been watching us, because they've been watching us walk back and forth this whole time.
Which is why we shouldn't be wasting any time.
Yeah, I said that from the beginning, though. I thought we were just going to go down through those tunnels and kill them all. Then you guys wanted to figure out a bunch of extra stuff.
The reason we're trying to find the correct house is so that we can have the knights reinforce us, because there's far too many for the four of us to take alone.
I mean, we don't know that.
Chance, this is what we said last time, that there were too many. That's why we rescued Bert rather than going and killing everyone.
No, I didn't say there were too many. I said there were a lot.
Okay. Well,
so that doesn't mean that I can't take them. That just means we got to be smart about it.
well,
So that's why we were doing this reconnaissance, to make sure that we were being smart about it. And if there's this isolated thing here, my concern is its proximity to reinforcements.
yes.
For them.
Yeah.
And they'd be far less suspecting of us coming in through the sewers if that was the plan all along than just walking in through the front door.
I feel like they'd be less suspecting of us just showing up at their front door. No one expects an ambush through the front door. They always expect an ambush through a secret hole.
What if we do a pincer attack, 2 through the front, 2 in the back?
Well, my thought is that we
You did see how far this sewer system leads in to the house, right? Like, we're pretty far distance away.
Yeah, I follow. I'm not saying as soon as you leave here, me and Ludwig kick in the door. I'm saying you guys get in position, we get in position. I squeeze Graham Cracker, that causes Cassie to feel pain or something. I don't get how you work. And then we kick in the front door. Well, you kick in the back door.
My assumption was that we would have the knights to come with us, so that some of us would go in through the rear and some of us would come in through the door.
I agree with that if they're available.
That's why we went.
I just want to make sure that we're doing it.
Lord Garrick's. Let's get.
I thought we
100%.
went so we don't get in trouble.
No,
Yes.
he gave us that on top, but we said we wanted the help of the knights.
I do not remember asking for help because I don't.
I remember. So I remember exactly, actually. So what happened is, it doesn't matter because we're going to do the thing that we need to do in order to get the thing done, right? So we don't have to worry about what was said and what wasn't said. He did offer the help of the knights, and we can take it and do exactly the thing that Sunkai is saying, and do the pincher attack. They can come in from the top, show the force in full view of the Desert Winds. Maybe the Desert Winds can't attack the knights up in the light of day in front of everybody, because that would be too much. Then they couldn't send in the reinforcements. We're coming in from beneath and firing at them while they're evading the others. How do we feel about that?
That was my thought.
Good, but one last small thing.
Okay.
We can't trust all the knights. Lord Galric even said that some of his guys weren't showing up or were acting funny.
Yeah, that's why we said we was going to do it on our own because we can't trust them.
So if we tell the knights that we're doing this, there's a chance they get tipped off. A chance. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. I'm just saying there's a chance.
I don't remember him saying he didn't trust his knights.
No, he said that there was that some of them that numbers had been dwindling.
Yeah.
So he has recognized that there are turncoats in the midst. Maybe, but he does say that there are some that he trusts. So maybe he can send us those people.
Yeah.
And we carry on.
Yeah.
Maybe they can stage it as an arrest for questioning, and if they fight back, then we move in.
Yeah. I still like the two-prong approach. I think maybe I go in at the top with the knights because, again, can't see in the dark, and then we still have the link between us two so we can coordinate at the same time.
What link?
Well, we don't have a link.
Well, if I take Graham Cracker with me, and you look him through his eyes, and I give him the thumbs up, then you know that's when we both go at the same time.
Yeah, I guess we could, yeah.
My plan would be to get as close as we can that we can actually hear what's going on, and still stay hidden. That would be my ideal.
My concern with that would be that maybe to get close enough that you can hear what's happening, you have to go through some guys already.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say. If we're going in and shooting up a building, there's some dangers involved. We don't have to list them all out individually. Okay? I want to get this shit done. Can we just go get the knights?
I don't think it's that simple.
I'm going to fucking scream. We're
Go
here.
get the knights
They know
then,
we're
Chance.
here. We need to take care of it.
Then
We
go
need to
get
get
the
moving,
knights.
and the
Yeah,
more
if
that
you
we
want to go
talk
get the
back and forth-
knights, go get the knights. But I
I
don't think it's
will.
that
I will do
simple.
that. I will do that. Can I have the writ, please?
I think we go and split like Ludwig said.
Yeah. If you guys want to go get in position, I'll go get the knights. But I thought we could probably do with, now that we know where it is, we could take a beat and go tomorrow. Replenish our resources.
Replenish what resources? We were talking.
From a meta level, I've used some spells, and I know Cass has used some spells. That's what I'm getting at.
Chance doesn't.
Yeah.
Chance just wants to go.
I know she does.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is it. We've done the recon now. We know where they are. We can either formulate...
If we sleep now, they can come for us before we get to them. I think it's a mistake.
But they could come for us now, if this is what you're worried about. They've always known where we are. They can come for us at any moment.
Yeah, there's
So
a
they'll wait
reason they
until we're
have
not
them.
on guard.
We're always going to be on guard because they're watching
I was
us.
gonna say we weren't on guard for quite a while and they didn't come for us.
Okay. Yeah, right. They didn't beat the shit out of Bert and put him in a place to die or throw you out of the city. Kick the shit out of you.
I went looking for it, and Bert was also snooping around.
Yeah, it's just not go anywhere alone until we're ready to.
Buddy
act.
system, 100%.
I think that is
Okay.
I think everyone is pretty much smart enough to know that all the outliers of these attacks have been while people are alone.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Let's go back to the tavern then and just wait.
I think
I guess.
if we nip back to inside and quickly just grab Lord Garrix, let him know that we need a contingent of his knights tomorrow. Keep it quiet.
Yeah. Okay.
Only who he absolutely trusts.
Only his absolute inner circle, and just have them ready.
Yeah.
Because we don't want him to, if we turn up tomorrow
And
ready
like,
to
frankly, we should keep the numbers small.
Yeah.
And they should not be in any like identifying armors. Wear
I think
very
we-
simple armors.
I think in this case we want them to be. We're looking for
Yeah.
a show of force almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they're coming through the front doors. Plus,
It's-
if they're in unidentified armors and they go kicking in a door, they're going to get in shit with the actual guard.
Yeah, this is official business.
Alright. Sure. Yeah. Whatever we gotta do.
Alright. We ride.
Yes, Ludwig, we ride.
We ride.
So are you going back to the court first, or are you going to the inn?
I feel like
I'm going to the inn because I feel like all of us strolling up into the thing is redundant.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
I'll go with Ludwig then.
buddy system.
Buddy system.
And we'd have to,
I miss Stewie, to be honest.
yeah, we'd have to do a whole day.
I
Just
haven't
go
seen
in
him all
and
day.
do
I
what we
almost
said.
forgot about
Make
him.
the request.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, as you, Ludwig and Cass, as the two of you go towards the court, you can see yeah, sorry, you go there. Yeah, you go there. You go into Lord Garrick's office once again. The large doors shut behind you. 2 guards posted outside. And he says, "You're back. How can I be of assistance?"
We need your finest and trusted few, friend. We have a plan, and I think it's a mighty good one, honestly. But we need just a little bit of help on the upper floor in case things go wrong.
Of course. Yes, I can definitely do that for you. You said you wanted my most trusted, right?
Yeah, minimal numbers and only the people you absolutely trust.
Absolutely. Right now, that number is quite limited, but I would not trust anyone else more than I do them. I can give you Farid and Ephraim. Those 2, they're currently out, still finishing up with the pallet, but they should be back in the morning.
All right.
Excellent. Well, if they'll be
You're
ready,
staying at.
yeah.
I'm certain they will be. You're staying at the inn, right? The Shifted Sands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll have them meet you there in the morning.
All right.
Excellent. Thank you. Yes, we found the manor. So after it's done, I guess they can report back to you, let you know how it's gone.
Good.
Okay.
Right. Also, my men returned after checking in at the library. We've got 2 of them who are going to be staying there on watch constantly. But yes, I also sent down the field medic from the Knights to have a look at the librarian, and I reckon he should pull through.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Any chance you have any acorns?
Made of solid gold.
Or just regular acorns?
Not me, no. Varanoid had that sort of stuff.
I just need one.
Can't you druid craft an acorn? What is an acorn?
It's a nut.
Got him.
I mean,
Goes and looks at the druid.
we could just nip through the market and try and find you a nut, I guess, on the way back.
I need a very specific nut, though,
Finds
Ludwig.
a cashew. This should work.
This should fucking work.
Gilded peanut.
Alright, it's a big city. You should have a nut vendor. Oh, we'll find an acorn.
That's what the name of my
called me
brothel
in
is.
high school. Oh, damn. They called me the nut vendor. It's funny because actually I didn't have a lot of friends in high school. Okay, so
Cool. Yeah, the 2 of you go wandering through the streets. There's lots of nuts and stuff around, but no specifically acorns.
I will make this entire campaign's mission finding a fucking acorn. I'm useless now.
Can we put the description for the episode as Cass and Ludwig walk through the city looking for a nut?
I think after I show her like the 8th different one, when she says no, I just clock out. I'm just there looking for threats, but I only have one eye, so
That's a peach pit, you idiot.
I'm like, fuck this.
That's not. I'll know it when I see it. I'll feel that it's the right one.
Yeah, that's that. Back at the Shifted Sands. What is Sunkai and Chance up to?
Sit-ups.
Oh. Roll me strength.
I'm not good at that. I don't have strength. There's like a dexterity
athletics.
thing. 18.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, you're killing the sit-ups, okay.
394. 395. I'm an
Um,
uneducated man. I can't actually count. I'm at 12.
Sweet. What's Chance doing?
Catching up with Dewey.
Okay.
And starting to like bend it just like absolutely popping off all the arrow tips, starting to bend them for making the armor.
Mhm.
Not a very exciting afternoon. She's anxious and happy for something to do with her hands.
Cool. Eventually, Cass, Ludwig, you guys get back.
I don't know how they thought a peach pit was an acorn.
At this point, I am so far beyond caring. I don't even know what an acorn does. I'm so tired.
I just need an acorn.
I know it may not have looked this way while you were down in the sewer, but we stomped all over this city following Graham Cracker, and it was insanely arduous.
I know, trust me. I got like shaken baby syndrome from Sunkai. Secondhand.
Yeah, it did seem...
It was a lot.
You got quite frustrated with him. I don't think he realizes how it works, maybe.
I don't think so.
Well, regardless, I'm glad we have a plan and we have something to do. I'm a little worried about
I
tomorrow.
agree.
But,
How come?
I don't know, I keep imagining all the horrible instances. You know, we rock up to the door, the knights knock or kick it in, and 1,000 bolts come out and we die in a hail of bolt fire. Or we walk up to the door, when they press it, there's a comically large boulder that comes dropping down from the top of the house. It squishes me and I die. They open the door, there's a big pit. I fall through the sewers and I die. Those are the ones that I've thought of so far. I'm sure I'll think
Ludwig,
of more during the night.
I'm not going to let you die.
You had me on your DNR list for so long, it could have happened at any point.
But has it happened?
Almost.
But has it happened?
No.
I'm not going to let you die. See?
Okay.
You'll be okay. Chance has got those things that go pew pew, and Sunkai can go bop bop, and you go bzzz, and I'll just go oops, all better. See, that's how it's gonna be.
Classic.
And they'll all be like,
go
"Oh
poo-poo.
no, I'm dying," but you're not the one dying, Ludwig. It's gonna be them.
Okay. I guess we'll see tomorrow.
There's no seeing. I'm making that promise. You're not gonna die.
Immediately dies.
Bert, shoot me with your gun.
Let's go tell the others.
I want to try to catch the bullet. Shoot me with your gun.
You guys hear a gunshot from down in one of the rooms.
Do I catch? I catch it.
Do you have that monk thing yet?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, then yeah.
I do. I'm so pumped to catch bullets. No, I kid. I wouldn't ask him to do that.
You already could catch bullets.
Touche. My skull, mighty grippy.
It sort of looks like a catcher's mitt now as well.
Okay, that's terribly mean. Yeah, well, your face has a glory hole.
All faces have glory holes.
Especially your mom's. Got 'em.
Terrible. Terrible.
Shout out to Christopher's mom.
Do shower out.
That's not his.
It is. It is, Nikki. It is. Anyway, we come back and tell you about the meeting. About the knights coming in the morning. Most trusted ones. All good.
Sick. Okay. I take a nap.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then at like 4 a.m., we go raid.
is Bert like alive now, or is he still on death's door?
He's walking around.
Okay.
Should we disguise ourselves? Like put, when they break into places, they put paint on their faces. Should we try to put paint on our face?
I
You
do
paint
have
your
No
face.
thanks.
I do have a disguise kit if you want. I can paint your face.
I'm gonna be very blunt. I'm like 3'3" and covered in fur. There's no mistaking me for anything, no matter how much paint we put on my face.
I was just thinking we could do like little straps.
I have a better chance of getting mistaken for a wild animal. If I go in there, there's a good chance they go, "Oh no, a badger."
I'm just I'm thinking for tomorrow.
I could go in as a badger.
No, please. I beg of you.
With the series of events.
You can.
Who, I think, is it just myself and the knights going in through the front, or I don't know if Bert. This is why I want to check with Bert. Like, Bert, you want some revenge? You want some payback? You want to come with?
Well, Dewey will have to be with you because he can't go in the sewers.
Oh yes, I'll have to as well.
Yeah, I'll come with you, Ludwig.
Excellent. We have a nice force, and then the rest of you come in through the sewer, and then we pincer them. I like it. I'm feeling better about this.
All right, go to bed. We'll get up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's like at dawn. Well, actually, we have to wait for the nights, but sort of like dawn style raid. But yeah, I have a couple of glasses of wine before bed, just in case they might last.
Oh.
Chance tries to contact Light and Dark again tonight.
Oh.
Okay. Roll me a D100.
91.
Yeah, once again, radio silence. Cool.
Chance has a really hard time sleeping and puts in an absurd amount of hours on her toaster.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 1 hour bedazzling my breastplate.
I'm gonna spend 3 hours using a butter knife to try to jimmy some of those tubes together in my arm to try and I think there's something broken, and that's why I haven't been able to use my cool key powers up until now. So Sun Kai's trying to play mechanic on himself. So he's got all of his rings have been loosened, and there's these cables and tubes coming out of him,
Mhm.
and he's just jamming the butt end of a butter knife in there,
Roll me
trying to
Arcana.
look around. Arcana?
Mhm.
Sick! That's a 5. So that means 4.
Cool.
I don't suspect anything to cover this. Sun Kai thinks he's good.
You hear a clicking sound. Doesn't exactly sound right.
Yeah. I think my check engine light's on. Chance? Chance?
What?
I think I either broke or fixed my arm.
Was there something wrong with your arm? She comes.
Oh.
She comes with her visor down and a chunk of metal in one hand and a screwdriver in the other hand.
And
What?
I look like a marionette because I got all these cables coming out of my forearms.
What the fuck is that?
It's my insides. I'm in a lot of pain.
What the fuck did you think that you were doing?
I was confused about how my stuff worked, so I thought I'd go dig in and...
I told you I'd help you, but you needed to tell me that you were doing it.
I told you yesterday in the streets, and you said you wouldn't look in me.
No, I said that I wouldn't do surgery to open you up, but I would help you.
Is it surgery if I'm made of tubes? Also, there's a lot more tubes in me than I thought there was.
Yes, same. This is fucking weird. So,
You gotta fix me.
I do not spend that time on my toaster. I spend that time trying to put Sunkai back together.
Chance!
Roll me Arcana.
Okay.
I'm a tube man.
23.
I'm made of tubes.
The internet is a series of tubes.
That same clicking sound, but in reverse, happens, and Sunkai, you feel a rush of some sort of energy just rushes back into your arm.
Okay.
Do not do that again. I can put this back together because I understand how connections work. But I'm not...
So did I just loosen one of the tubes?
You didn't just loosen all of the tubes, you disconnected them somehow, which is strange because there's fittings on the ends here that are made to not come apart. So I had to redo.
See that much in my arm?
Yes.
You never told me what you saw when you looked in my mouth. Do I got like a lighter in there?
No.
Oh. Thought that'd be cool if I
it's like a,
put a cigarette all the way into my mouth and like pulled it out lit.
Chance takes it and smokes it. So it's hard for me to explain. It looks like some sort of mesh material that I've seen on some of the Nexuses. But it's like your whole insides. I don't know how anything would have done that.
Well, I was asleep for it, but I do have all these scars underneath my fur.
Still, it seems like a pretty extensive sort of network in there. I don't have a single clue what any of that means, honestly.
Okay. Well,
which is why I say you should probably show Galen. He might have a better idea.
All right. I will stop fiddling with my bits as I slowly.
Yeah, don't fiddle with your bits without
me
there to supervise, okay? Like, this is really dangerous stuff.
Okay, if I ever want to play with myself, I'll make sure you're watching.
Thank you. I appreciate it. She goes back to work on her toaster, gets nothing
Sunkai
done.
goes through the process of slowly putting the tubes back in and like screwing on the kung fu style looking rings.
Chance would have put you back together before leaving. She wouldn't leave you with hanging out tubes.
Listen.
She wouldn't leave you with droopy tubes.
No flaccid tubes here.
Everyone sleeps. And then it's daytime.
Daytime.
Everyone wakes up.
I can't tell if Taylor's looking at Chase or if she's looking at her second monitor now when she looks that way.
It's definitely monitor.
Definitely monitor. She's looking at Wang.
No one looks at their spouse that lovingly.
I was just hoping it was Chase so I could tell him to start making coffee. Damn it.
I attempt 3 pull-ups in the morning and do 2. It's gonna be a good day.
I would like to point out that our markers for our stream so far are this thing on Glory Hole and Play With Myself.
Oh, this guy. So I think we go. It's time. We're becoming the
If the
SWAT
knights are there,
team.
we're leaving.
No, they're coming
Mhm.
here
right?
to meet us. They'll meet us at the hotel.
That's what I'm saying. If the knights are there, then we're leaving.
Yeah.
Did we swat? Are we swatting these people? Did we call
Yes.
the cops? Yeah, sick.
Yes.
I give you three guys the obligatory morning aids.
Morning aids.
Woo-wee! Nothing like AIDS in the morning.
Us who are going underneath, do we want to go in quite quiet?
Yes.
Sure.
Cool.
It only lasts for an hour. What I can do, is that okay?
We don't know how long we're going to be in the ground, right?
Also,
Well, like I can only keep us quiet for an hour.
Right. We don't know how long we're going to be in the ground.
I think an hour should be fine.
I don't think it will
But
take.
also,
Okay.
the only thing I'll add to this is, I know you guys, the guys who use magic, I know you get spent if you use a lot of it. Do you want to use that when we might be going into a serious combat?
No,
It's
we'll
your
just
call.
sneak.
I trust you. You know your magic better than I do, obviously. I'm just asking questions.
Why does it run out anyway? That's new to me. What's that
Is
about?
I don't understand how it works. No one's been able to tell me. I just get tired.
Then,
like
then
a-
like have a cup of coffee in a line, and then you'll be fine, right?
Whoa.
That's what I do.
And the
Oh.
line.
Yeah.
That's actually
yeah.
what she was supposed to be shopping for, and I forgot about it. So she might be looking a little extra tired today.
Because you didn't get any coffee.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. That's
The
what-
other coffee.
Yeah.
Nose coffee.
Nose coffee.
Yeah. Sun kind of makes a great point, Ludwig. If you don't want to give us your divine blessings today, you don't have to.
I think today is the day that I really need to do it. Because if
Alright,
I
I
want to
trust
stay
you.
alive, I need you three to stay alive.
I promise I wouldn't let you die.
I know. And this is
I'm
I
me.
making
pull out
no
my notebook.
promises.
And I turn to the page that says DNR, and it only has Ludwig and Graham Cracker on it.
Oh my god! Greg Cracker just like, no.
I just cross out Ludwig and turn the page to the resuscitate list and add Ludwig.
Okay.
My name's
Why do you
Graham
have
Cracker.
a DNR list and a resuscitate list? That seems redundant and unnecessary. I feel like if you just had the DNR list, then everybody else could be on the resuscitate list, no?
No.
She has
Okay.
a third list that says leave alone. Let them suffer.
She has a third list of people I haven't asked yet.
And it has every other name in the entire world
every
on
other
it.
NPC we've ever met.
Yeah. Basically, he turn the third page. Varen, Galen, everybody else we've ever met. Just names. I've never asked them.
The scarier concept is it just contains every name that you could think of.
It's the book of names. Oh my god. Another crossover.
Done. All right.
Heading
Let's-
upstairs.
Let's go punch some bandits.
Heading upstairs into the lobby. Standing in the lobby is two figures that none of you have seen around the place before. One is a Yuan Ti. Appears to be a man, but it's a bit harder to tell. They've got longer hair and are wearing rather light clothing, but it's very clearly still intended as armor. Slung over their back, they've got what appears to be some sort of crossbow, as well as a quiver on their hip. Their hair is a almost sandy blonde sort of color, and their eyes themselves match the hair. They stand there looking. There's like kind of almost like a soft smile across their face. The other,
What race was the other one? I missed it.
I haven't mentioned the other one.
No, one's
Okay,
coming now.
In contrast to this small framed Yuan Ti, you see a hulking figure, a set of ruined wings sprout out of the back. They look like they are similar to the bird-like wings you've seen on the ASMR around the place, except for these are lacking all feathers, and the actual flesh on the wings looks burnt and singed. And then as they sort of flutter back down behind them, you see their body. They are still this large hulking figure, except their body itself, any bit of visible flesh is all horribly burnt and disfigured. In fact, you can see armor bits jutting out of the flesh, and it's almost melded them into one. They have a helmet that is covering all the way up their head, all warped and melted. There's bits of flesh sticking out, sort of part way through it.
Let me guess. Callus.
And down on their arm is not a hand, but rather what appears to be some sort of sword that has melted into where their hand is.
Jesus.
Does he have any chains on him?
No.
Does this guy get kicked into a fucking volcano wearing full plate? Because holy shit, that's the only thing I can think of.
The Yuan Ti speaks up. I believe we have been assigned to help you. I am Ephraim, and this is my ally, friend, Farid.
Can you put those in chat?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. I just have one very important question I have to ask before you begin to travel with us into this adventure. Is that all right?
Of course.
If you died, do you want to be revived or not?
If we died, would we want to be revived?
Do you want extraordinary measures?
He's
as
running out of
directed by the
space on our
doctor?
list.
I just want to know if you want to live or if you just want to go to wherever you want to go.
And the Yuan Ti looks at Farid before looking back at you and say, we've got no intention on dying.
Okay, let's go.
I'll put you on the DNR list then.
I'm assuming Lord Garrix has briefed you on this.
Something about storming a building full of potential bandit activity.
Correct.
Yeah.
The Knights do arrests, right? It's not just a murder squad.
We have our own system. I believe in this case we are supposed to take anyone that survives through to be questioned.
Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. All right, we're on it. We'll meet you there. Cass, you want to run ahead? Sunkai, you can run ahead with me?
For sure. Quick thing. What's the code word he gave you guys to communicate with us?
I don't remember a code word ever
Yeah,
being
he's full of
established.
shit.
Nope, that's it. You passed the test. If you guys were bad guys trying to trick us, you probably would have tried to give us a code word. But because there was never a code word, we're good.
You hear the clanking of metal and squelching of flesh as the larger figure just shrugs.
The man squelches?
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Can I come into the sewer with you guys now instead?
Yeah. I can make you see in the dark if you want to come with us.
Oh,
You can
God.
go down there and I can go up through the top. I hang
Well,
out with Squelchy.
but it's smelly in the suit. No. Well, let's not change the plan. I'll get over it.
Okay.
All right, I'm giving you my best friend, and so help me God, Ludwig, if you could let him die.
I mean, like, no pressure, but same. And she pats Dewey on the side. It's, do you mind going with Ludwig, Dewey? I'll be on the other side. You just can't fit in the sewer, so I figured that would be a little bit better company than staying back here.
Acknowledged.
Okay. Well, I'll look after your nearest and dearest. Cassiopeia, when you're ready, get Graham Cracker to just give me a wiggle, because I'll hold him. And then when we're
Yeah.
ready, I'll give you a thumbs up. And then I'll pop
Got it.
him on the floor somewhere, like away, so he's not in the thing. And then
He'll probably want to get involved in the thing. He's a little bit feisty.
Okay, I'll throw him at someone then, I guess. Like a bowling ball.
Yeah, if he balls up, definitely chuck him.
Okay.
He's
Alright.
basically a projectile.
I throw him so hard he takes damage and explodes on impact.
All right, let's
We ready?
become international super spies.
Alright. We ride.
And we will go to a break.
Yeah! I need to pee.
Yay, I need to tinkle.
Okay, we'll be right
Be right
back with
back.
this exciting installment of kicking the shit out of people.
Yeah. Neptune's also a good Sailor Scout.
Yes, we are live talking about Sailor Scouts.
Sailor Saturn is a classic. She's got a very complicated backstory.
I know nothing about any of this.
Okay, but all of our characters, but in Sailor Scout outfits.
Buck,
It
get
suits-
on it.
It suits Ludwig the best.
Get on it, Buck.
Which one's the best Sailor Scout?
Sailor Mini Moon.
Wrong.
It's Ludwig. Sailor Mini Moon.
Pink flowy pigtails.
I have no idea.
Alright, let's storm the castle.
Okay. The party leaves. Splits off into their groups. Reminder of who the groups are again.
Everybody
Me-
but Ludwig.
Yeah, everybody but
Yeah.
Ludwig, and then Ludwig in the squishy knight.
Ludwig,
And
the knights,
Graham Cracker.
And Dewey.
and the animal companions.
Ludwig and the NPCs. And then everyone else.
Oh, that's
Her
such a
band
good
name.
band name.
I was gonna say that's a band name.
Well
Yeah.
done. Well done. Yeah, I give these guys like a little bit of a head start, so it's going to take them time to get into the sewers and like work their way back. Because I don't just want to be stood outside the door, just like waiting. You know,
Mhm.
give them a head start, and then we'll slowly make us way towards, still hanging back a bit until we get the nod that they're in position.
Yeah, cool. So the sewer, the sewer rats, head towards the tunnel. And begin traversing the stinky place.
That's what they call me.
Do it every night.
We call this maneuver the shocker.
As that party travels through the sewers,
Or this stink.
what is
Three of
going
us think.
through what's going through everyone's heads, and is there any conversations or anything that you want to have on the walk?
I think we'd be, at least the underneath team would be trying to remain as quiet as possible.
Yep. Okay.
Do you guys ever think that? You guys ever wonder why they call it an oven when you of the food in cold
Hey,
and then
Senkai?
of it out hot?
Hey, Senkai, respectfully, shut the fuck up.
I didn't till now.
God damn it.
It's just hard to be quiet when I have so many thoughts in my head. And not one of them is a good one.
Have fewer thoughts.
Trust me, I've been trying. But that leads to me going to the desert winds.
That was a thought.
No, that was the absence of thoughts. That's my instinct.
Oh,
So it
I wouldn't know what it's like to have the absence of thought.
okay.
Okay, and then we go.
And then we go shoot people.
Yep, you guys are traveling through the sewers. Ludwig, what is going through your head, and is there any conversations you want to have whilst you're loitering around the house?
Oh, 100%. I'm. Before we even leave the hotel, I'm hyperventilating. I'm realizing that I need to give these people orders, and this is really weird. I don't really like it. Panicking a little bit. And some incoherent chatter, and then as we're walking, I think while the big, heavily squishy plate knight is moving, I finally start getting over the disgust when I realize he'd probably be really good with drums. And then I look at Bert and I'm like, well, that's just a classic Axeman right there. And then I start mentally planning Ludwig and the NPCs. Playing the solstice up north where we go. at some point. Yeah, just check in with everyone, make sure they know what we're doing. Specifically, check in with the knights and just make sure, there could be dubious people here, most likely, but they could be guard who are being paid to be crooked. Could be some corrupt fellows in here. We're not 100% sure, so I just wanted you to be aware.
I think we've got it. We'll follow your lead. We're just here to support you, but it's not exactly our first rodeo.
Excellent. Well, I'm thinking shock and awe. So, Farim is the big one.
Farid.
Farid, sorry, Farim. Farid, if you wouldn't mind, when we're ready to go, just smash straight through in there and give us a hole so we can go in, and we'll, take them unawares.
He just cracks his neck.
Farim is their couple name. No. Okay, well, seems like you know what you're doing. I'll be just behind you. Dewey, you do what you do best. Once we're in there, you'll see Chance at the back, so I think you can just charge your way through. So I'll just be behind you. But I love the size of your halberd. You're going to need a little bit of room, so you should probably go there with Dewey. And, Graham, I know we haven't spoken very much, but, I'll try not to get you killed, or your mother? Owner? Friend? I don't know. She'll be mad at me, so let's come out of this alive on 3 team. 1, 2, 3 team. Okay, let's go. We ride.
Do you do anything? So I'm sort of imagining that you're on the street, almost across the road, eyes on the front door, sort of thing. Do you knock on the door? Do you check through the windows? Do you do anything like that?
No, I don't want to give away that we're here to storm the building, so I'll not hang back maybe round the corner until I get word that they're in position, and then to sort of not rush, but at a pretty decent pace, get towards the door and just smash straight through.
Yeah, cool. Sweet. Cool. After a while of going through the sewers, Sankai's fur being just absolutely full of sewering.
I'm gonna vomit.
I'm gonna vomit.
Eventually, you guys get following the sort of ribbon trail and the trail of mushrooms now. You make it to the ladder.
Okay, guys.
Chance stops up as she's already 2 rungs up. What?
Oh, I was just saying this is it.
Okay.
That's the luck.
Yep. Chance is 2 more rungs up. Yep. Okay. Are we're going?
You have to see
Yeah?
Ludwig first.
Son of a bitch. All right.
I think you're too eager
Chance is
for
just
your
kind
own
of
good.
checking the latch to see if they've locked it since the last time they were here.
It doesn't seem like it.
Okay.
It is closed, but it's yeah.
Don't rush in. I left a little bit of a mess the last time I was here. Let me see if I can get that out of the way before you fall.
All right. Yeah, good idea.
She scrambles up to go before they continue giving each other pep talks. She scrambles up the trapdoor and doesn't let it close. She keeps it open for them, but she's going to go see if anything has happened in this room since the last time they were there.
There is a bit of a dent in one of the sandstone walls, and it looks like some of the stock has been shuffled around.
Okay.
But the grease on the floor has been cleaned up, and the stack of barrels is no longer there.
Okay.
But judging by the look of this dent in the wall, someone slipped.
Well, maybe if we hadn't waited an extra day, they'd still be injured, but fuck me, right? Just keeps on making her way in, trying to be stealthy, trying to be quiet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking ahead. She's scouting.
The other two? What are you up to?
Very quietly, very carefully following behind.
Yeah, Sun Guy's gonna go up the rear.
Okay. Who has the lowest stealth?
I have a pretty high stealth.
I think it's me. I have a negative.
Okay,
Yeah.
please roll stealth.
Not even a group check? Dirty. 17.
Cool. Yeah, you're being quiet. It's a lot more quiet here than it was the last time you were here, Chance.
Yeah, they're not screaming, I imagine.
Mm.
I am waiting for them to get up. And then as soon as Sunkai gets up, she gestures to see if he wants to go ahead or if he wants her to keep going.
If it's still dark, I can't see.
Ah, right. Okay. I'll go out ahead then. Follow me.
I follow them.
Should we tell Ludwig we're ready?
No,
All right.
we don't know how far it is to where these people are.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
So going through this room, for everyone else, it's it looks like some sort of cellar storage area type thing. There's barrels and crates and stock through the room. There's a counter where it looks like someone might go for some. Someone might sit or drink and eat or something like that. It's a pretty basic room, sandstone walls. There's a little hanger for some a lantern perhaps, and there is a simple wooden door. As the other than the hatch in the ground, obviously, it is the only way in or out of the room. Attempting to leave, going up to the door, it is locked. It doesn't give. There's no latch on this side. There's no. There's not even really a handle. It's just like a push-pull door.
Tries to point to the door. Should we?
I put my ear up to it. There's noise coming out of it.
Perception.
That is 7.
Nope.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet.
Here's the deal. I can probably get my tools in there and jimmy the bar off the door. It's gonna make a big noise when it falls down.
Yeah.
So I say, give the signal. Jimmy the door. Hopefully they're
Yeah.
distracted with the guys up top.
Yeah, that's probably right.
All right then.
So how's this work? Do I just talk into your face and then I start tapping? I climb up the front of Cass. I tap on her forehead. I'm like, "Come in, graham cracker. Come in, graham cracker."
All right,
Cracker,
just
come
give
in.
me a second. All right. I'm just gonna close my eyes and pull the stars down over my eyes a little bit like a sleep mask, and then my eyes go like glossy, and Graham Cracker's just headbutting Ludwig.
He wants to go, and Ludwig just holds him out and like,
It's crazy. It's trying to kill me. Okay, I think that's the signal. Everyone, just stack up towards the door. And I line up purposely last, holding this, and I'm going to run in there like the ah.
Oh.
And then a guiding bolt just comes out, just like starts rocket launching. Just go, go, go.
Not spoilers, but you know in The Boys where they go to the hospital, they find the
The
baby.
Everyone knows the baby.
Taylor does not know the baby.
I haven't watched the show. I
Oh, it's
just know it.
so good.
Cool. Yeah. Cass, what you see as you're beginning to come back into your own senses rather than old mates.
The refusal to call him Graham Cracker.
Yeah, you see Ludwig begin signaling to everyone as they all begin to move towards the door.
I think Ludwig's chaotic wiggling is a signal.
Yes, I've turned his head so that you can see like everyone else is sort of rushing towards the door to step. So it's sort of like you're watching it
Yeah.
through a handy
He's
cam.
at the back of the line, but we should be good to go.
Taylor is just Cass is just watching the body cam footage of Ludwig.
Ludwig
He needs to make
camera's
sure he
on.
covers it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're about to commit some terrible crimes.
Ludwig shuts off his body camera, rolls up Graham Cracker.
Unofficial police swatting a random neighborhood in a nice district.
Oh. Looking at the mannerisms, there is a level of proficiency between Bert, Fareed, and Ephraim, who they appear to know what they're doing, or at least this isn't the first time that they've kicked in someone's door. As they all stack up behind each other, Bert takes up the rear, but Fareed slings a shield off of his back and just attaches it to his arm and stands ready at the off to the side of the door. Ephraim is behind, crossbow out, one hand on Fareed's shoulder. Bert is behind, gun drawn. They sort of look back at you, Ludwig.
And I nod, but rather I nod. I make Graham nod. So we all know at once the nod has happened. It's go time!
Ephraim taps Fareed on the shoulder. Fareed steps forward and just slams his shield into the door, which just opens. This clearly isn't a door that's been reinforced and designed to withstand.
No, this is the shock part.
A siege. Yeah. It nearly comes off its hinges as the SWAT team moves in. Ludwig and the NPCs bring their performance through this house. Down in the basement, what's going on?
Can we hear what's going on upstairs?
Nope.
Fuck. We might be in the wrong
They're
house.
storming. They're storming.
We can't. Why can't we hear them?
Because there
This is
might be
making me
more than one
nervous.
floor.
Okay.
Yeah, we know every other building in this city has multiple basement levels, so...
Can I slide one of my tools into the door on a lower side and see if I can push? If I think a bar is there, and it's top loading, if I can push a bar off.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'll get you to do me a Yeah, I'll get you to give me a strength check. But I will let you add your proficiency bonus to this one.
Is that tool use?
Yeah.
Okay. 15.
Okay. Yeah, it takes some effort, but eventually you can sort of jimmy this bar off, and you hear it just clatter down to the ground.
Okay, push the door open, keep going. Not being stealthy anymore. Now I'm going. If I don't see anybody in the next room, going.
Following right behind.
Like breach and clear with the
Yeah,
guns.
I'm just
Yep.
ready to murder someone.
Gun goes in the room first. Yes.
Siege style with the. Oh, hurt my back.
That's Ludwig, literally. He's there, like, trying to look over. Everyone is,
Oh, damn, my back.
oh my
I've been
going
too
without me.
active.
I'm
Going
gonna have to
without
sit
me.
this one out, boys.
It's a wartime injury. Where's my purple heart?
It's the Amber Heart over here. Come on.
My bad. My bad.
Inside the house. Yeah, immediately into like this sort of main lobby area. There's a rather large, grand staircase that runs up the side wall, as well as you can see multiple other rooms that shoot off deeper into the house. One thing you do immediately notice is there is a lot of dust in this place, and not a lot of furniture.
Oh no.
We got the wrong place.
But how? We were so careful. We checked. Seeing the zone without like, just keep going. Push into the house.
Yeah, going deeper into the house. You guys are sort of going like room to room. And what you can see, actually, yeah, I'll get you to do me a perception or investigation check, whichever one's higher. And I'll also let you add 2d4
Oh.
to the check for all the extra sets of eyes you've got.
Nice. I will be doing investigation because that is what I do. I'm investigating things. Huh. Okay, so I've rolled 15, plus 3 is 18, plus 1 is 19, plus 3 is 22.
Cool. Sweet. Yeah. Yeah. So checking through the house, going room to room, you don't see any sort of like this place is nearly barren. There's like a couple of bits of furniture and stuff in some of the rooms, but they've just been like almost covered with sheets and like stuffed away into like the corner or up against the walls and stuff like that. It's very obvious that this place hasn't been lived in for a while. There's cobwebs and dust and stuff, but eventually you get out to the back, to the like sort of further deeper in the back areas. There's like a little almost guest bedroom area, and inside there is a cupboard, and in that cupboard is a chest. And you can see that there's like scratches in the sort of flooring at the base near this chest, and it's very clearly like drag marks. So getting the chest shifted reveals a trapdoor.
Yep. Well, from what Chance described when I was down before, we heard people above, but again, we didn't know how deep we were, so it might be that they just used the top part as a cover, and then they might be the middle part, so yeah, shift it down, like, down we go! Down we go! I'll go last, because you need more room. Yeah, Let me know how it looks.
Okay. Sweet. In the basement, what's going on? You guys have left the room. Heading out into the other side, there is a long hallway. Immediately as well, the smell of there's like an iron smell in the air. There's smell of dried blood, as well as some other bodily fluids. Namely, one of the stronger ones is the smell of vomit, as well as a fecal smell.
How many exit points are there from where we are right now?
Right now, this is a long hallway. There's a few doors. In between, there's also a few other hallways that shoot off from this this main hall almost that you're in.
I think that we should push ahead because the main house is probably down this hall. I don't think it's going to be off one of the offshoots.
Yeah, good shout.
I agree.
Pushing forward.
Keep an eye out behind us, SK. That's a lot of doors.
Which one of you lot have the highest perception?
I have 2.
I think I have a +3.
I also have a +3. Or are we talking passive?
Rolled perception. I'll let the two of you decide who is going to roll.
Are we still in the dark?
Yes.
Then
It
Cass.
should be Cass.
This is not a visual perception.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Do Hidozi have any like keen smell type things?
No.
21.
Okay, cool. Going through this this hall, you can hear the sounds of groaning coming from behind some of these doors.
Yes. And she just like puts her hands up, finger to lip, finger to ear, and then like points to the doors.
Can we hear it if she points it out?
Yeah.
We can come back for them. Let's go to where our friends are.
I just like peek in through Graham Cracker's point of view to see what's going on.
You see a sight of some rather large people going down through a rather small trapdoor into a downstairs area.
Pop out. They're climbing a ladder down.
Good. Way maybe we'll meet in the middle then. That's good.
Yeah,
We haven't
that'd
gone
be
up
good.
anymore yet.
Keep going, I guess.
Yeah, we need to find a way up.
I got a bad feeling.
Ludwig. Eventually, it gets to your turn to go down the trapdoor.
Yeah, I will. I'll get Bert. I'll get Bert's attention and get him to catch Graham as I just like drop him down like a football. And then I will hop down and I will light a torch because I can't see in the dark. And to be honest, it's not like we're trying to be sneaky anymore. We rushed in. We got this giant oozing, plating, moaning thing as well. So, nah. Then once I have my torch, I hold Graham with one hand, and still just try to check out. Like once we're down here, what does it open up to now? Is it just one corridor, or is it?
Downstairs, there is almost from the moment that you get down, there is 3 directions to go. There is to your left, your right, and straight ahead. All heading off into darkness. There's multiple rooms inset into these walls, and down these hallways. There's even more corridors that shoot off.
Okay. I will ask Ephraim. Have you seen this before? Is this what the bandits use? Is this usual? Seems strange.
Underground tunnels aren't uncommon. It's just these are big. Really big. I honestly, I don't know where to start. I guess we just pick a direction and go.
We have. Looking around, is there any markings or anything on the walls, anything like that, or is it just literally free tunnels? That's it.
Holding your I'll get a perception check from you. This time we'll do cool, you can add a 3.
Okay. So that will be a +2 because of my minus. So I will get a 16.
Okay.
It's terrible.
Using your torch and looking up at the walls, there's no like identifying symbols like what was down in the sewers, but there is scratches and almost like indents in the walls. You can even see darker patches in the walls where some sort of darker liquid has been spilt and dried and not entirely cleaned up. And as you notice that is when the smell hits you. The smell of iron, of dried blood, shit, vomit. It all sort of starts creeping, almost like with this new opening to escape from, it's all rushing towards it, up and out.
Yeah. Is it coming from all of the passages or just one specific one?
All of them.
All of them, shit. It doesn't really matter then which way we go. We have no discernible marker, so we'll just go pick one at random and just go.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, you head down this corridor into the darkness, marching behind the band of your band.
With my band. This time I do
Band
let
of
your band.
band.
Your
This-
marching band.
this time I do let Bert go behind me. Because there could be danger anywhere now.
Yeah. Yeah, and as you do, you cross by multiple of these doors, and you can hear moaning coming from behind some of them.
What's that? That's strange. Does it sound, when you say moaning, in pain, sexual, desperate, I've been here for years and I don't know what else to do with my life?
They're very weak
Weak.
moans.
I will ask Bert to gently, quietly, try and open one of the doors and see if we can see what's going on.
Mhm.
I'll like keep the torch for him so that he can see what's happening.
Yep. Bert draws his gun, and his hands are like sort of shaking. You can see in the light as he reaches towards the door. Gun drawn, he's pointing at it, and he cracks it and begins pushing it open. Sewer rats. You lot are walking through this underground maze. You you've passed some moans, but what you can also hear now is the sounds of stomping and clanking about. It sounds like it's coming from above you.
Do I fire into the floor, or what do I do?
It could be Ludwig and the others. Honestly, we don't really know.
Can you see?
Yeah, but I won't know where they are.
That's true. All right, let's just keep trying to find the way up. Maybe they can't hear us.
Yeah.
You gotta teach Graham Cracker to be able to write.
I mean, Ludwig could write, but we didn't tell him.
Yeah, maybe
What?
we need like a yes or no book that Graham Cracker can point to.
That could be
so, like,
smart.
Yeah, so like Ludwig can be like, "Are you guys below us?" And then Graham Cracker goes, "Yes." Can you juggle? And Graham Cracker goes, "No."
And you be juggled? And Graham Cracker goes, yes.
100%.
He is a ball.
We should get 2 more Graham Crackers.
Um,
And then we look for a way up.
You guys continue through this whole, like, this maze, just going left, right, or straight, all through. Eventually, you come across doors that are different to any of the others that you've seen, and it's a set of double doors.
Dupla doors.
You want to try listening again, or you just want me to go?
Your call? I was just worried that there was going to be like a bunch of guys on the other side who would casually open a door and then they'd unload 1,000 bullets.
I
into
open the
us.
door and put the gun in first.
Cool.
Is there a way to open the door?
There is. This
Good
door
idea.
has handles.
I love when doors have handles.
Yeah, me too. You turn the handle, pushing it open slightly to check through as much as you can. Gun drawn, aimed. You push forward. Looking through, there is a set of carved sandstone stairs that begin to lead up.
Up. Okay. Get this way. Come on.
Just keep going.
Yeah, I was going to say, I keep following Chance. I'm just getting ready to punch anything that comes too close.
Fair. Ludwig, you're watching as Bert is opening the door. He pushes the door open, and immediately just a like the stench that you smelt before, but like times 10, just wafts out of the room. It's almost warm when you feel it. Like a wave just hits you. And looking in, behind iron bars, there is a chamber, a cell almost. And it has 2 dead bodies in it, rotted away. They have been there for quite some time. And then there is one older looking orcish man who sits curled up in a ball in the corner. He's not chained or anything like that. He is just as far away as he can be from the stench.
Well, I immediately throw up. Because that, being hit by a smell like that, I have very weak constitution. I have good constitution, but I have a weak constitution for smells. Okay.
Bert looks at you, and there is just a face of, what the fuck?
I say to Bert, oh god, is this where they took you? I know Chance found you strapped to something. I didn't see it. I came later. Like this?
No, it was smaller and not behind a cell wall.
Turning to the knights. Is this like your detention zone? What's going on here? Has this got anything to do with the city?
I've been in tens of bandit camps. I've never seen anything this wrong.
Okay. Well, even if I thought there would have been a lot more bandits, even if they aren't here, we can rescue these people. But I think we need to. I'm going to put a little mark on the wall. We'll need to come back for them. Just make sure there is no thing. But this is still a success. We can still save these people. Let's continue before I'm sick again. I'll keep that down.
Continuing further down the hall, you can hear the pitter-pattering of some footsteps.
Who, me or them?
You can hear some footsteps further down the hall.
Okay. I have Graham ready. And, yeah, so signal to the knights to keep going. And just to be ready. Because I'm imagining, in my mind, they've somehow seen us coming and they've retreated down into their thing and they're all trying to scarp her. And we're chasing them, but it's just slower. So, yeah.
Sewer rats. You making your way up these stairs, and now the clanging sound and heavy footsteps begin to grow louder and louder and louder, and eventually you can see a torch in the darkness.
What else do I see? If I see a torch, I have dark vision.
Yeah. You see Ludwig and the boys.
I pop out my mage hand and have it and put it out in front of us and stick a spotlight just to like waggle enthusiastically. So that Ludwig recognizes that we're out ahead.
Mm-hmm. When the light turns on, the shield attached to the arm of Farid just gets raised a bit, like almost in reaction, but is promptly lowered.
Oh, my companions. We've met in the middle.
We found nothing. What about you?
Just horrific cells full of rotten bodies and prisoners.
I think
Yeah,
we
we
should
could
be
hear them
concerned
go-
that we found nothing.
I think that they're hiding in these cells. And we're going to release them and not know who they are. For real.
You don't think these are just people that they've snatched up, or?
Oh,
What?
I think that they're both.
Oh,
But if they can smother themselves in shit and piss and blood and look pathetic, we're going to let them out.
turning to the knights again. Does this sound like something that the bandits do? This is so strange.
Not any of the bandits we've seen. This is if this is bandits, then this is a new strategy.
I don't disagree with Chance. I think that's a possibility, but I don't see a way that we can assure that one way or the other.
No, I know we gotta let them out. It sucks. It fucking sucks.
Is there any more spaces we need to clear before we just go letting people out?
Yeah, there was
When
more.
you guys were up top, there was nothing down here.
There was two other passages for us to go down. We chose this one just randomly. So
There were other hallways down there too, but it just smelled like shit and there was moaning and stuff.
it's the same here. This is a rather extensive network to be under the city. Either this has been here a long time, or this operation's been going a long time. When we came in through the house, it was empty and it was completely covered in dust. There was a cabinet at the far back with a chest in it that led down to here, so it was connected. We were correct. It was the right house. It's just not used. So there must be some level in here where we can find at least some measure of activity, some sort of shared space, anything.
Maybe it connects up to the desert winds.
It could well be. They could just be using these tunnels to move from the desert winds elsewhere through the sewer.
That's kind of become my thought. Maybe we should just go there.
I think we need to deal with these people first. I don't know.
Well, but if they're at the desert winds, then that's where we gotta go.
Well, that's Cass. If you don't remember, that's where I went, and then I got smacked for, just for a random percentile, 94% of my life force.
Oddly specific, but I appreciate it.
I did the math last week.
Really?
Yeah, if it wasn't for that little bit of help from Ludwig, it would have been the rest of it. I got out of there with exactly 1 health.
Well, maybe then we go back and check the other 2 paths Ludwig had.
I think you're right. I think while we're here, we make the most of it and see what else we can find.
I agree. I do think at some point we have to go to the Desert Winds, though, because there were innocent people kind of
Working there.
didn't seem like they're... The thing is, I was told it's the new owner, Galrix, told us it was a new owner, had recently bought it. So I believe Ebonfang physically owns the building. But that poor barkeep, she looked so overworked. She looked like she had a break, and she seemed so stressed. I would go as far to say scared.
Well, maybe if we continue to search these other pathways, we can find where this connects up to the desert winds. There we'll have proof that they're connected, and that perhaps the Ebonfang's been having people locked away for a long time. I mean, this whole installation is horrific. They're just... Assuming that these aren't people masquerading as prisoners, these people are just being left in cages with rotting corpses. It is an ungodly stench. It's horrific.
Is that what's going on in there?
Yes. I think they just push another one in and then just wait for them to die and leave them with the rotting corpse of their prior occupant.
I'm very lucky that Bert wasn't one of those.
Yes. So,
I've had my nose broken too many times, I can't even smell it.
Oh, I did not vomit. I was okay.
Good job.
Thank you. Let's go check out the other 2 passages, see what we can see.
Yeah, good idea. Do.
As you follow back, and you go back to these other, you follow all the way back down to like this entrance point down this ladder that you originally came down. And what's left is there's a pathway to your left and a pathway to your right. Looking down them, on your left, it goes off into darkness once more. But on your right, you see what appears to be a fading source of light.
That wasn't there before.
Time to go.
Chasing to the right.
Feels like a trap, but I like those.
I'm going to run straight into this trap. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
You'll
that's where
You'll save me.
Sunkai's thought process is, if you
I have
if you
advantage
find
on
the
perception
trap,
checks to detect traps, by the way. Not ambushes, but traps.
yeah, if you find a trap, you typically find somebody who set it. So I'm rearing to go.
Seeing the distant
A
light,
trap's not a trap if you know it's happening.
I point out to everyone else, I go, that way! And wait for them to surge forward, and then...
As you approach where this light begins to fade, as you get closer, The first thing that you can smell is just like the smell of incense being burnt. Like this smell of like rot and vomit and bodily fluids begins to fade and is instead replaced with an almost perfume-like smell.
Is it similar to the smell I smelt at the Desert Winds?
It is.
This is given flashbacks, guys.
Don't care.
Yeah,
And
just keep going, I guess.
eventually, the light, as it gets brighter and brighter and brighter, as you get closer to it, shows and opens up into what looks like a large room, a large chamber. There is tables, there's chairs, there's like lounges, very soft and well cushioned. There's food and drink just up on the table. There's a set of playing cards laid out on the desk. Not abandoned, no. Like the incense is like there's some that have been like are close to burning out, but then there's others that have just been lit.
Right, but there's no people there with this very obviously just recently used place.
Yeah, there's no people, but deeper in the room there is more refined doors.
This is
How
the
many
Desert
doors?
Winds.
There is 2 doors. One on the back wall, and then one that's sort of in like the corner of the room, almost.
Back wall or corner, friends?
Back wall, I guess. Straight ahead.
As you get deeper into this room, you can hear talking and conversation happening as it gets louder and louder and louder. It's all very muffled coming from behind the doors, but there is definitely people around.
We have 2 options. Maybe 3. And they're all kind of terrible. We can just open the door and either be shot at. Open the door and it's just normal people and we found nothing. Or go in, guns a-blazing, and accidentally hurt somebody we're not supposed to, but not be shot first.
We're taking prisoners
Did
for questioning.
Sun Kai, did you see how many people the Ebonfang had with him in the tavern?
Yeah, the entire building was full.
How many?
What you saw in the main room was around like a dozen-ish people.
Had 12 people there easily. All rough and tumbly types.
We can pull back to the hallway and have them
Listen,
at its choke point.
I'm all down for this. It just, as long as we're all aware that this is the Desert Winds and Ebonfang is likely here.
I say we just go. Yeah.
I say we have to open it and find out. And the goal is to take people alive, and if they're not willing to go alive, then they'll go dead.
I don't think they're going alive. I don't think they would let us.
Well, I won't make that decision for them. They will make it for themselves.
I'm not making any guarantees.
Okay.
And then...
I don't hold it against you, SK. I know what this means.
If we listen up to the doors very carefully, which room sounds like it has the most conversation?
The central one.
With our ears pressed up against the door carefully, can we make out any conversation? Trying to determine if these are people just enjoying lunch on the other side or plotting the demise of the world. I mean, you can do both at the same time. I guess they're not mutually exclusive, but you know.
I often enjoy lunch.
Yeah, I often
enjoy my lunch.
it's my Thursdays, guys.
We still want to talk about the fall of Germany on Thursday during lunch?
No. I'm dealing with Hawaii's downfall on Thursday. I can't do Germany.
Listening up to the door, there is a lot of talking, definitely multiple voices. Hearing exactly what is being said is a bit sort of lost in the mix. But you can definitely hear mentions of words like the boss and stuff like around, okay, so where do we put it, and is there any free cells and stuff like that. Like there's just like, it's very, very hard to sort of put together a full conversation, but you can hear sort of highlights.
I
While
point
they're
to the
looking
door.
for,
Go ahead.
while they're looking for conversation, I'm looking for hinges. Where did these doors open? In or out?
The central one opens in. The back one opens out. Sorry, the corner one opens into your room.
And there's a whole bunch of furniture in here?
There is.
Are the handles ones that I can like slide a chair into, so that way they don't like pick up a chair and slot them into both handles?
Good shout.
These aren't double doors.
Single door.
They
Okay.
are single door.
Well, then I'm just going to get a chair and just like block up the door so nobody's coming in here.
Yeah,
Yep.
good shout. Good shout. I like point to
I
the
have-
door where they talk about the cell and the bosses, and I make like
I don't know what's happening, my dear.
We're gonna
Did
pull
you
their
just
eyes
say
out.
your words? Just use
We're
your
gonna
words.
rip out their eyes!
one word.
Okay,
What's
I grab
at
the
end
handles
one?
of the other door.
Well, I just. Can you tell us what they said?
The boss. We're running out of room to put it. That's it.
Well, what's at the other one?
It's just generic goon conversation, guys.
Skittle to the other one. They're talking about Crocono.
So, turning to the knights, on the other side there, they're speaking about putting more people in these cells, so it's definitely here.
They never said like a person. They
Oh,
said where to put it.
I don't know. I thought someone said something about
Yeah, but they know
cells.
about the cells, which means that they are fine with this level of torture.
Yeah.
Really.
Which means
They deserve to die. I agree.
Which means
Let's
we
go.
should kill them all. Yeah.
Who's opening the door?
I am. I swing the doors open.
Okay.
Wait, is this the middle doors or is this the side doors that we still don't know who's in that?
It's the back door.
I'm opening the goon door. The door with the goons on the other side.
Let's see what's behind door number goon.
We still don't know what's behind the other door, but okay.
Okay, fine. I don't do it yet. Are we still listening to a bunch of doors, or can I go fight some people? Please, I beg of you. I want to murder.
What's the other door? I just want to know what the other door is.
Probably a
Listening-
single door.
It
6
is.
feet tall.
Listening
made of
to
wood.
the other door, there is no sound coming from behind it.
That makes
They're
sense.
Open that
either
door.
talking
it?
quietly, or they're dead, or there's nobody in there.
I open that door and stick my gun in first.
On the other side is a ladder.
Oh shit.
Going up or down?
We can
Oh.
skip the whole thing. We don't have to go through the plebs. We can go straight to the big guy. It's probably upstairs, right?
So I know there's an office upstairs. But he was hanging out in the back room behind the bar, eating grapes, pretending to be he was disguised as a human, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
Do you want
disguised
me
as
to
a human.
stick graham cracker up top to take a peek?
we can do a pinch it thing again.
How?
Have Graham Cracker go up there and try to find the deed to the building. I'd love to illegally own this place.
Do I still
Is
like
it
to
just
buy-
a room above
Is
us?
he still my little
don't know.
friend?
Yeah. He's with you. I haven't taken him.
I guess it's
Okay.
worth... Right, we're here. We don't need to rush. They're not going anywhere. They don't know we're here. So if you want to take a quick look upstairs and see if the pincer idea is still feasible, I'm up for that. I think probably the bigger, heavy-set dudes come down through this door. Maybe other people go
Yeah.
up and come down from the top.
Yeah, that's
if
what I'm
there's-
thinking.
It's assuming
can
there's
get
an
a-
exit on the top.
Yeah, just have a
But
look.
if I can get above them, if there's a way, like, that this leads to a balcony or something, ideal.
Yeah, have a...
It
Have
was
a
a concealed room, the main floor.
Just have a quick look and see what it is. Very
Shove
quietly.
the little guy up there.
Can I get...
From my understanding, to get to the office, it was like you had to leave the building essentially and go to a different room on top of this place.
I don't care about the office.
Never mind.
Just,
I know,
yeah.
but that's what I'm saying is I don't
Yeah.
think there's an up that connects to where
I
everyone else
gotcha.
is.
I gotcha. I
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay.
Can I get someone to roll me a d20?
I got it. 11.
Cool. The handle on the central door begins to jiggle.
Let's all hide in this room and shut the door and shut our mouths.
Yep.
How much space between the top of the door and the ceiling is there?
Maybe.
Here
Maybe.
comes I worked in doors Buck talking about doors.
Yeah, maybe like 3 feet-ish.
Perfect. I'm gonna scale the wall using my climbing speed, and I'm assuming these are the sandstone bricks.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna hide above the door.
With just his fingertips grasping on.
Yeah, so- I
Like a rock
which-
climber.
Is this in the room with the ladder or in the larger room?
The room that's jiggling, the door that's jiggling. I want to be above the door that they would
Okay.
walk through.
I'm assuming.
Can I back up into, instead of going into the little room and having a door shut, can I just back up into the hallway that
Into the
leads
shadows?
in here?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm assuming we all share like a wordless glance and we just immediately go into fucking ambush positions. Like, shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
And then
hide in the closet and
Okay,
put
yes.
graham cracker up top.
Cass turns into a spider, crawls into this guy's mouth, then reverts back to her normal form.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay.
I'm gonna hide behind someone too big to hide.
take your
Dewey?
pick. Dewey or
Dewey's
Faroon.
with me. Dewey's with me.
Behind the molten puss man.
Cool.
The little room with the ladder.
Mhm.
Is it the same kind of handle that if something was to be tied around it to something else, you couldn't open it, or if something went under it, you couldn't open it?
Yeah, pretty much. But it does open inward into the room that you are
Into the room. Okay.
into the larger room. Yeah.
So
You'd be closing the door in.
or on myself. Yeah.
Mm.
So tying it in wouldn't make sense
No.
because it would go the other way. Okay.
But if you hold the door tight, no one, in theory, is opening it without you
You could
knowing.
tie the door to the ladder.
That's what I was thinking, because then graham cracker can look and I'm not going to get shanked because I'm blind and deaf.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Let's do whatever we're doing.
Yeah.
Well, it's already
Gonna-
happening.
Yeah.
Everyone-
Blood!
Everyone takes up ambush positions in this room.
Just before the door opens, I put out my torch and then shakily draw my crossbow.
Graham cracker is up the ladder and I'm blind and deaf.
And you're looking like through the trapdoor on top.
Yeah. Gonna use
Yeah,
graham
cool.
cracker's eyes to crawl around.
Yes, sick. Cool. The jiggling of the handle very quickly becomes like shouts and
Where are the
and
knights?
frustration. They are set up. So Fareed is essentially just standing in the middle of the room, just like shield in hand, sword down by his side. With Ephraim, like sort of almost rounded the corner, crossbow out, aimed at the door. Dewey,
Just
I believe you said was
double-checking.
with you. Hmm?
Yes.
Which one is the Mush Knight?
Fareed.
Fareed.
Fareed. Somebody should throw a tablecloth over him. Just in the middle of the room, just a heavily breathing, just tablecloth.
Oh no, I think
You're haunted by the scariest ghost.
in my mind, some normal dudes with like short swords open this door, see this huge, lumbering, horrific thing, like pop out
And
from the
run.
side and go, "We've come for you," and then
The monkey jumps off the wall.
There's a scene in Batman the Animated Series where a mobster opens a door to see Batman in the room.
I've
And he
seen
just goes,
that.
"Nope, room's clear," and closes the door. I like to imagine that's what's about to happen. This guy knows clearly what's going to happen, and he doesn't want to be involved.
Oh,
Just furry, just...
Bert is also posted up nearby to Dewey, gun drawn. The jiggling of the handle very quickly becomes slamming and banging, and the door itself like starts rattling before it bursts open. As a pair of orcs charge into the room, as well as a small group of what appear to be a couple of off-duty guards, maybe. They've all got like weapons, but it's quite basic. You know, they're not exactly fully kitted up. But yeah, there's these orcs who are decked out in like just some rather rugged and mismatched armor. They've got two large clubs down, in their hands now. They both look exactly the same. They've got a beard, bald head, green eyes, very muscular, large builds. Chance looking at Bert, there's like a bit of
Recognition.
Yeah, there's a nervousness in his face.
Is Bert by me?
Yeah, he's set up by Dewey, who I believe is with you.
Mm-hmm.
And then a bunch of these other guards march into the room. There's one of the guards has a torch in their hand, and parts of their skin are all very burnt and scorched. They're lacking hair. They appear to be a human. There is another one who's covered in cuts and scars and stitches, with a rather mean-looking knife in their hand. There's also another one which is wearing what appears to be a white pallid mask.
I can't hold it anymore, and I accidentally fire off my crossbow.
Who are you aiming at?
The guy with the torch.
Or do you just want to say it goes into the wall?
I don't, because we're just stood in the middle of the room, right? So they come in.
Were you
No.
behind Farood?
I'm behind Fareed, yeah.
Yeah, then you are in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Fuck it, roll to hit.
16? Dirty 20.
Wow. The crossbow just flies out of your crossbow, and it immediately just impacts into the shoulder of this person covered in scorch marks and burns, who very quickly just rips the arrow out before holding the lit torch up to the wound and screaming in pain before holding it back down. And that is where we will end the session.
Damn. Ah, that was buzzing. I was excited for this. Creeping through the tunnels.
Alrighty. Next time it is.
Next time in like
So next time we're not playing.
2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh,
2 or 3 weeks.
Sorry, 1 or 2 weeks. That's the one.
Well, we're not going
I
to play
can't
next
do
time
that.
because if you didn't fight, then we're not doing it without Buck.
yeah.
Yeah, you
Especially
can.
since his
Just-
character's here.
No, just have one of the guys turn around, shoot
We'll
me in the head.
figure it
I'll
out.
die again. It'll be
Oh,
fine.
yeah, cool. I'll just
Thanks
get
for
someone to
watching,
give you.
besties.
Yeah.
Like the channel. Follow us. Do all those kind things.
My address is 11973 New Point Way, Texas, Alberta. Find me, I dare you.
You heard it here first. Cast you later.
Wild.